y'all, and welcome to Jasmine Reads About It. In today's video, I am going to show you how I electronically read. This is how I read off my phone, read off my Kindle Fire, all the different apps I use, and everything that I pay for, or how I find the books that I want to read and place them on these apps that I'm using. So I have a couple of apps that I use either solely for my iPhone or a couple that can tie into my Kindle. For my Kindle, I use the Amazon Kindle Unlimited, and or I can actually use a tie to the actual Amazon app, because when you look up books on Amazon, they have the physical versions that you can buy and get shipped to your house, or you have the possibility of choosing the ebook form and it actually gets sent to my actual Kindle, and or I can send it to my iPhone. So on the Amazon app, for example, I was searching for a book named Buffy Slayer. And when I was looking on it on Amazon, it asked me, did I want to send it to my Jasmine Kindle or my Jasmine iPhone? And that's how I can that's how I can pick and choose where I want to send my ebooks, and or I can also send them to both. So it all depends on if I actually want this book or it's just a cheaper option for me. I live in Colorado, and there's this place called Entertain Mart, and in Entertain Mart, in this store, they take books and they sell them for a lower price, or they'll sell them for the same price that you might find them at like Barnes and Nobles or something. And I usually find my books for a cheaper price there, so I consider that being like my thrift or bargain shopping tip. But sometimes I also find these books in ebook form cheaper on the Amazon app. So I usually go to see if I can either find it on the actual Amazon app and I can buy it for in ebook form, and it'll be like $2 or $3 cheaper, or I'll search on the Kindle Unlimited app, due to the fact that some of the books on the Kindle Unlimited app, they are free for me to use and I actually don't have to pay for them. If you search up a book on the Kindle Unlimited app and you actually have to pay for it, then that means you have to go to Amazon and actually purchase the book. If the book is free for you to read on the Kindle Unlimited app, then it's unlimited. You can read it without any charge because it's a part of the subscription. For Kindle Unlimited, you have to pay $10 a month. It usually comes out after tax like $10.39, just around that area. And you just have to search and look at the different genres and the different areas that are available for you through this subscription, because it's a lot of books that surprisingly are open to you and you don't have to purchase anything and actually buy the book. For example, just this for the start of the 2019 year, I was interested in reading the Harry Potter series. As we all know, the US edition for the Harry Potter series, the whole set is almost like $50 for all 7 books. But on Kindle Unlimited, since I paid the $10.39 a month, I can read that whole series for free because of Kindle Unlimited. Another example is I seen on BookTube that Rick Riordan had another series, The Lost Heroes of Olympus. So I looked it up on Kindle Unlimited, and lo and behold, I was able to read this series for free due to the fact that I subscribed to this subscription. So you see where I'm going with that? Like, I only have to pay $10.39 and I can read all of these books and all these popular books that I really want, instead of having to pay to get the whole actual physical books. And that's another thing with some of these books that I do read online and I really love them. I end up buying them in the future because I already know that I like them. So I'm not wasting any money. Another app that I'm going to be talking about is called Wattpad or Wyattpad. Me and my friend argue about the pronunciation of this app like forever. I am so glad that I came across this app. I came across this app 9 years ago, and it was during the summer between me transitioning to go to 9th grade. And I specifically remember because I went to Disney World and I had a small laptop that I could access the website with for me to read. And that's how I was reading for that month or so that we were actually in Florida. Instead of me having to bring library books and weigh down my suitcase, I just brought my tiny laptop and I was able to read offline through Wattpad. If you don't know, Wattpad is basically an amateur writing site where amateur authors post their stories in chapters and you can read their creations. They have a whole bunch of different genres, anything to satisfy your needs, and it's amazing. Currently, I've been like on the low ball with them due to the fact that I have discovered other apps that I enjoy using, like the Kindle Unlimited or the Scribd app or my iBooks. But that does not mean that I do not go back between Wattpad and the things that I have saved in my library. You guys, I have had this app on my phone for almost 10 years. I have not stopped using this app. There are many authors, as author who wrote the After series, she came off of there. So that should tell you what kind of creativity and talent is coming from this app. Yes, they have made some upgrades to where they're posting ads in the reads. While you're reading, you have to wait, but it's still worth the use of the app due to the fact that you can read fresh and new adventures and fresh and new drama and fresh and new action. I have read a whole bunch of stories. I've read mafia stories. I've read urban fiction stories. I've read high school love stories. I've read trafficking stories. I've read werewolf stories. I've read vampire stories. Like, when I show you guys my library, you're going to see an abundance of different genres in my library. And these books have been in my library for going on 10 years or 9 years or 8 years. Like, these stories have been in there for a while. And that should let you know what you can read. And it's really worth it to actually sit here and use this app. My next app that I'm going to talk about is actually iBooks. At first, I really didn't want to use iBooks due to the fact that I still had to pay. But what I do like about iBooks is that it comes cheaper, possibly. It all depends on what book you're looking for, but it does give options to where you are paying cheaper than the actual physical book that you can get at Barnes & Nobles or the actual book that you can get off of the Amazon website. So it all depends. I have a couple of books that I have actually purchased due to the fact because I love them and I wanted to have them in some sort of way and just not in a physical form. I.e., some of the books in my list, I bought them because they were cheap and easy for me to get a hold of. My last and final app is Scribd. I found out about Scribd through the booktuber Witty Novels, and she was reading a bunch of Christina Lauren books while listening to them through audio. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should try to give this a try, because I think also Brittany, the bibliophile, she talked about it a little bit in one of her videos, but I didn't really catch on to it. But Witty Novel, she talked a lot about it. So I went and looked, and in her description box, I actually got 2 months free of use of Scribd, and I actually start paying officially in July, and it's amazing. I did once before use audio, and that was a good experience too, but I had a restriction. So that's why I was kind of looking to see what other apps they had out there. And I'm so glad I came across Scribd. I have read 3 audiobooks this month, but there are an abundance of books that you are able to read off of this app. So not only does it contain audiobooks, real actual ebooks, but also you can look at magazines plus articles depending on who you're looking at, what author you're searching for. So there's nothing simple about this app. This app is so complex and so diverse that I'm surprised like a lot of people actually aren't talking about this, because it's worth the money. And on top of that, the price that I'm about to start paying in July is actually $8.99. So to pay $8.99 for ebooks and also audiobooks, that's a good deal. You guys, in no way am I sponsored by these apps that I'm telling you about. I just want to help you guys have a better reading opportunity, just like I do, because I love having books at my beck and call. I have books on my phone, I have books on my Kindle, I have books at my house, and I have books in my car. Like there is never a time when I do not have a book within my reach. And so me sharing these apps with you, I hope you take great advantage of these apps, because it's well worth the while. It's cost efficient and it's helping me save money, because I'm reading these books online, and if I absolutely enjoy them, that's when I can go and buy them and know that I'm actually going to someday reread these stories and not be wasting my money. Reads About It. Follow me on Instagram at jasminereadsaboutit to find my in-depth book reviews, book ratings, book feelings, just random pictures of my books in different places. Just follow me, you guys, so you can continue on this book journey with me.